Hello, how's everyone doing today? Thank you if you're joining on the replay. And right now we're just gonna hang out for a few minutes and see who joins us. I'm Lorella, not a farm girl. I'm in southern Missouri where it is 60 degrees and raining. Where are you? Where are you watching from? And what's your weather like? And today we're gonna be talking about what we have going on the farm coming up in the next month. Looks like a couple people joined and then dropped off. So hopefully there's no issues. I will give it a minute or two, and if nobody joins, I will go see if they're having problems. So if you're here, please tell me who's here. Tell me where you're watching from. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. So I'm gonna kind of just wait until I get the yes, everything's good, or the no, we can't hear you, before I go on. Oh, it might help if I turn on the live chat, huh? Let's see. All right. Hi, Ashley. Thank you for being here. All messages are available. That's what I want. Good deal. All right. Looks like we have about 6 people here. Hello. Thank you, Mimsy's Garden. Anna, nice to meet you. I'm glad you're enjoying that collaboration. Hi, Jay. Glad everyone can hear me. So what's your weather like today, guys? Ashley, you guys are above the 44, above 60. You're supposed to get ice tonight, so I don't envy you that. Let's see. Totally just lost my train of thought there. So who else is in the house? Hi from B on the tropical island of Saipan. Oh, wow. Hi, hello and welcome. Glad you're here. Oh, and Ashley says that in northern Missouri, they're already getting their ice. Yeah, I saw it's like freezing rain and 90% chance of ice or something. So that's miserable. So I hope you're nice and warm in the schoolie. Let's see. So shall we dive right into it? What's everybody got going on tonight? Anything fun and interesting before we start talking about plans around the farm? Things we got gonna happen. I think it's just me tonight. Leslie's out doing some errands. Chris is still working at court, so I don't know when he's gonna get here. 74 with 83% humidity in Mississippi. Ashley, glad to have you back. Either way, like you both ways. So it's warm, but it's rainy, and I was kind of wishing that last Saturday when we had really nice weather that we had pulled the hay bale out, because it's gonna be slippery and muddy when I'm trying to do it tomorrow. Feeding chicks while listening to you. What kind of chicks do you have? Becky from Kansas City. Oh, yeah. Let's see. You're iced already. Ugh. I am down kind of near Ava. So if you know where Baker's Creek is, I'm about 30 minutes south of Baker's Creek on Highway 5. Springfield and Branson are kind of here, right, on 65, and we're about an hour that way to either of them. So we are on the edge of the Ozarks, so we are very much in hilly terrain. We live down in a holler, is what they call it here. And down in the holler, actually, we get pretty mild weather, and we're far enough south of Missouri. We're just an hour north of the Arkansas border. So we get pretty good weather, pretty mild winters, lots of rain. Average rainfall in our area is about 44 inches a year. So we don't have to do much irrigating. We do some watering of the garden in the hottest of summer when it's dry, but the trees and pastures and all that is just watered by God, by rain. So let's see. This coming up, I have a few construction projects, small construction projects that I'm going to be working on. I might get some help from Chris, but I'm going to see how much I can do on my own before I have to bring him into it. So I've got at least 3, maybe 4, quattro. 4. I don't know if I know it in any other. I was trying to think of any other languages. I know in French I only go 3, un, deux, trois. Oh, Becky's hoping to move down from Kansas City into more of this area. Yeah, it's nice. We really like it. Really green. You're live too, Cheryl. What? You're going live while I'm going live? How are you commenting over here? That's kind of bizarre. So some of the projects I'm going to work on. I want to build a small chicken coop slash chicken brooder slash chick grower outer. I don't know, Ron. I don't know what the banana belt of Missouri is. I've never heard that term before. I've only been in the area 5 years, so I'm not sure. So a grow out coop, I guess, would be what that's called. What we have our mobile coop for the chickens, and then when we get chicks, we keep them in the house. But I want to have a small coop that we can either put a broody hen in, or that we can put our chicks in between when they're ready to get out of our house, but they're not quite big enough to go in the coop with other girls. So that's one thing that I want to build, something kind of small. That's my first project. Let me see who is here, who I missed. We probably are in the banana boat. My daughter just brought me something from Sonic, and I don't know what it is. It's a surprise. Oh, unsweet blackberry iced tea. Yeah. Thank you, Leslie. Do you want to join in, or you want to just sit?
I'll join in.
Okay.
Sure.
Leslie's coming over.
Ooh, what's in
Hi,
the seat?
Jay. Welcome. I don't know that was in here. Hi from Jessica and Ian. Welcome. Glad to have you. What's your weather like? Muskogee family happenings. I saw that Rebecca is in Nevada and she was getting snow. I have to be careful moving this because the part that actually connects those is not quite there. It's not here, so it's not connected. All right, there's Leslie. All right, let me see who else we have in the house. Ron, Cheryl, Becky, Farm Alarm. I think I've seen everybody. We may be in the banana belt. I've just never heard it called that. Milder than surrounding areas, probably. Cheryl, I'm sorry if we go live at the same time. This is the time I have to do it every week. Oh, Jay says hi, Leslie. Hello. Rainy. You guys are rainy. And Jay and Jen are watching. Jay probably. She doesn't spell it that way. Actually, it's Lesleigh, and you can blame that on me. Let's see, who else? Uh-oh. Cancel. Hit something on the screen. And Christy. Hello, Christy. Good to see you. All right, and someone else. Another J. So we have two J's on. We have Jay from Almost Homestead, and we have Jei from the Grateful Sioux Nights.
Wow.
So they both said hello to 10.5 inches of snow. What? What? That's crazy. She lives high up in the mountains in Nevada.
I heard earlier in the week in Minnesota, it was as cold there as it was in Antarctica.
Really?
Yeah, it was negative 23 degrees.
That's pretty cold.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so first project, construction project that I'm going to attempt to do in February. Well, I say first just because I said it first. I don't know that it's the first one I'm going to work on. First one, numero uno, is the chicken brooder / grow out coop. Hey, Clueless Homesteaders in the house. Hey, y'all. Second project, construction project that I'm going to work on that I may try to do by myself is, so you may remember, if you remember, send through a little yes or a thumbs up or emoticon or something, that last year we had a dog kennel that we got free from my mom, and I used hog panels inside of it, or cattle panels, I don't remember which, to make a roof, and then I got some plastic, which was not greenhouse plastic. It was just like regular plastic from the home builder store, Lowe's or Home Depot or something, and made a greenhouse out of it. Do you guys remember that? And if you do remember that, or if you don't, I'll just tell you, but the wind destroyed it. We had a bad windstorm last year and it just tore it up. So I think because the dog kennel thing has those like pointy hook things that kind of go like that, they cross and stuff, and so I think the wind just kind of ripped it up. But I am not one to let something go to waste. So I have come up with another idea. And for that same setup, so I'm going to leave the cattle panels up on it or put them back up on it. They're not right now. And I'm going to cover it with tarps because tarps are going to be not as easily torn up. I'll get some nice sturdy tarps, and I will, that is where I'm going to put my rabbits. That's where I'm going to put my rabbits. So I'm going to do kind of a colony with cages, if you will. So what I intend to do, and I also thought it'd be a good idea because I can have it right by the house, so I can have electric there if I need to. It's easy to get water and everything. If I need to go out a couple times a day, I'm not having to go all the way up to my mom's. There was a video where I talked about having them up at my mom's house or building it out of the that wood target thingy. And hey, Garrett Cunningham's in the house. Hi. I actually could look through the window. He's like watching right there. I should make him come in and say hi. You guys remember our kid auctioneer? Remember my famous kid auctioneer? He's actually here tonight. I don't know where he is. He's not right there.
I saw him out there.
Yeah, he's watching. Oh, he's coming in. Garrett's in the house. That's
He
my
watched
room.
the video and saw you.
All right, so turn the volume down on your phone. Leslie, hop up. Let Garrett hop in and say hello. So this is Garrett. So a couple years ago, our church had an auction to raise money for kids camp. That's when you were still in kids church. And his family owns a local livestock auction. Auction. And so he's grown up around it, and he volunteered to be the auctioneer for our church. Does he just hang out and look in your windows? Okay, so we'll explain that in a second. He volunteered. So if you haven't seen that, Ashley, maybe you can find that. Do you remember the Amazing Kid Auctioneer is what I think it's called, and Ashley can put a link to it. You can watch it. And have you guys ever heard of morel mushrooms? I had never heard of those before moving here, but people call them, what is it, Ozark Gold or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. They love them. Do you like them?
I like them, yeah.
I don't eat mushrooms, so I haven't tried them.
Fry them, they're pretty good.
That's what I hear. And they're kind of about this big and conical shaped, and they kind of have like little, they look kind of like a pine cone-ish kind of thing.
Yeah.
But mushroom. And he auctioned those off, and like a quart bag or a gallon baggie went for like several $100s. It was crazy. People go nuts for those things. All right, so Jay at Almost Homestead asked, does he just look in our windows? I do my live streams from our church nursery because I do not have strong enough internet at home to upstream. I have to like set my videos to upload overnight because I can't do it at home. All right, so we got lots and lots of comments, so let me go back.
One of the one I saw was asked, what state do we live in?
We're in Missouri, and we are in the Ozarks. We're in the lower part of Missouri. Heather Foley, hello. Thank you for coming by. I hate when I do that. I hit the wrong thing. And I hate that it disappears and you guys have to look at my finger going in front of the camera. Let's see. So, somebody else about what kind of rabbits I'm going to get. Yes. So I'm going to get New Zealand's, and I'm actually going with registered New Zealand's. Do you guys know Elizabeth Branscombe from Branscombe Farm? She's in Arkansas, and so she's going to get me those. And the reason I decided to do that was because if at some point I want to sell the babies, the bunnies, then I can do that as well as have them for meat. So Garrett used to raise rabbits, and he kindly gave me 2 big rolls of cage wire. Okay, so back to the rabbit thing. So what I'm going to do, what I think I've decided to do, and I've been thinking about this and planning it for a while, is, and that link that Ashley's posting, that's for the auctioneer. So I am going to do cages on wooden stands. So I'm not going to hang them because I think that dog kennel might have too much give in it when it gets windy. I'll stake it and then I'll strap it so it won't like tip over in the wind. And I can also take off the bottom of the tarps in summer, so it'll get a nice breeze through there, but still have shade. So I think it'll be good. I can move it if I need to move it. So what I would like to do is Ashley, if you're still in the house, can you take care of those comments, please? Big Chungus. Do you know that Big Chungus? That's a rabbit meme. All right. Yes, let me see. Farm alarm is busy. I probably need to do... No, don't hide Flying VS Farm. You hit the wrong one. She's my friend. Yes, I do need another moderator. Let me see. Thanks, Ashley. You're trying so hard. Jay, let me see if I can do that. I don't know if I can. I can't do it from here. Somebody help me out. Oh, Ashley, can you make Jay a moderator? And who else is watching from a computer that might do it? Cheryl, Homestead in the Highlands, or Jay from Almost Homestead. Would one of you guys be willing to moderate and help Ashley out?
They're said she can.
All right. Trolls are getting busy today. Thanks, Cheryl. Appreciate it. Okay, so let me just take a deep breath.
Mom, look at it this way. You're
Got a little
popular
flustered.
enough that you now have trolls.
Yeah. Thanks. So, hello, Shonda from Maryland. Thanks for joining in. I'm glad you're here. What's your weather like in Maryland today? So, the plan is to do cages on wooden stands. I would like to have it low enough so that I could take care of the cages from the top. But I would also like to have ramps so that I could open their cages, and if I want to let them out on the grass in the bottom, then they could kind of have colony style living when I can, not like long time, by J-Dogs, by Jerry. Not all the time. I'm not going to have them just in a colony all the time, but so I could get down and have grass time. So my other thought is I have a roll of chicken wire, and so on the inside of the dog kennel walls, I'll put that chicken wire around so they can't squeeze through the outside. Oh, if you click on the 3 dots by their name, then you should be able to have an option to do it there. Thanks, Ashley. Sorry, I know you're working so hard. All right. Wasn't as warm as the last 2 days. It's confusing the bugs. Today it's light rain in the 40s. That's not so bad. Actually, I meant both of you. Almost upset. I was actually talking about Jay and Jay. Because I know you guys. I get like flustered when they're all popping up like that. And if you can find out, Ashley, if you can figure out how to let Rebecca back in. I don't know what you did to Flying VS Farm, but she's a friend. She's a longtime friend. And I know you probably just clicked on the wrong ones. All right, so Jay says you're going to make a little bunny tractor so we can put them on the grass if we want. It can double as a chicken tractor if we need. Yes, I also plan to do grow out cages as tractors. And I think I also want to do the automatic watering system. You guys had one of those, right?
Yeah, we did have one.
Yeah. So, okay.
So how does the automatic watering system work?
So let's say ask about the automatic watering system. So you have some kind of container with a pump in it. And if you do and for a small amount like I'm doing, you guys had more, so you probably had like
I think we had
like
7
a stock
of
tank or
those.
something.
Yeah, we had just one of them old Crystal X tubs.
Okay.
We just had a pump in it, and it pumped. If I can remember right, it pumped it out and just run right through all the cages
And back.
and then went back up. And that way, in the wintertime, it could.
It's a constant cycle so it doesn't freeze.
And in the
Basically.
summertime, you can just have it set on gravity. That way, it just runs down and it don't actually circulate all the time.
So then you're not using the electric for the pump.
Yeah.
That's smart.
And you have the thermo cube. You can get the thermo cube. That way, you plug it in, and that way, whenever it gets below 35,
It automatically
it
kicks
automatically
on to start
kicks on.
cycling.
Yeah.
Smart. See, that's why I need him. Okay. I am doing the live from my phone because Chris is in court in Gainesville. So can I make mods from my phone?
I think so.
And that's Jay. Let me see what I can do. Can't do it there. I I
Tap
clicked
on
on
the
someone.
name.
It's report, remove, put user in timeout, or hide user. Oh, add moderator. Oh, I found it. I just needed to scroll. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, Garrett's a cool kid. We like hanging out with him. Okay, so let me go through. I'm going to, right now, pick a couple people and make you moderators.
I could chat as Garrett, and you could turn him into a moderator.
Let's see who else. Let's see, there we go. All right, and all right, just adding a couple people who are usually here. It's awesome to have more than one. That way, if somebody isn't here, someone else can take over. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, thanks everyone.
We have not decided, or have we decided how many rabbits we're going to get?
Did somebody ask that question?
Yes, Muskegee Family Happenings.
Okay, so that's okay. Ashley, you're doing your best. I appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody who is welcome to, who has agreed to be a moderator. I really appreciate that. So I'm gonna start with a buck and two does, a trio, or possibly just a buck and a doe to begin with. It will depend on what Elizabeth has available at the time that I'm going to purchase, because she's in Arkansas and she's between me and Little Rock-ish. She's a little bit, it'll be a little jog out of the way. So I'm going to go to an interpreting workshop for the legal system in Little Rock, Arkansas in April. And on the way home, I'm going to swing by her place and pick up some rabbits. So that's what's going to determine it. And it will determine on if she has two unrelated, well, I guess it could be sister does, but I'd rather not. I'd rather have some unrelated, like 3 different unrelated rabbits, just so that when I breed, then I can breed their babies and stuff rather. So like the genetics spread a little bit more. I know you can breed back a generation or 2,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
It don't make us no difference. We sold to Pelfrey's.
Which is what? What
It's
is
a
it?
big company out of Jonesboro, Arkansas.
And what do they do with the rabbits? Like dog food or something? Do you know?
I don't know. It just they have a big, huge place down there in Jonesboro, and we meet them at Norwood Cell Barn, and we would just load them on a truck there. I think the truck holds 10,000 rabbits.
10,000 rabbits. Can you imagine anybody buying 10,000 rabbits? That's a lot. So you had 7. So what's the most you ever sold in one batch?
I mean, out of the 7 does, I probably would have 2 or 3 have babies at the same time, and they'd have 8 or 10 babies at the time, and you average 2 or 3 loss or whatever. So I would say I probably sold 16 to 20 rabbits at a time.
And what were they paying for them?
Like $1.71 a pound. They went by pound, and the rabbits usually weigh about 5.5 pounds.
All right, so you're making between $1 to $2 a pound. So you're making $5 to $7, $5 to $8
Yeah,
a rabbit.
somewhere. Usually it was like $8 a rabbit.
Yeah. So, and if you're having 25 at a time, somebody help me out with math. That's 40 and 160. That's $200.
Mm-hmm.
$200.
Yeah.
Every sale. That's not bad. That's not bad for kid income.
See, the guy I used to sell them with, he had like 36 does.
Oh, so you had to bring them. Like it has to be.
Because I didn't. You have to have a number to get in up there. So I took them to the guy that had a number, and we just kind of threw them together, and he just kind of paid me for my price.
Gotcha. And it probably too. You have to have a certain amount for that company to want to even buy from you.
You
like,
can have
they're
like 20 does or more.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good. All good information. So I am starting out with meat for our family. We don't eat chicken. And that's because of Chris and his gout. So we're going to try using rabbit as an easily renewable meat source. And then my second source of sales will be as meat rabbits to my egg customers, because my current egg customers are also my vegetable customers and my pig customers. So they will get first option. If we have excess rabbit meat, then I'll sell it to them. And then later, as I become familiar with what we're looking for good, what makes a good rabbit, how to, check them and all that, I may sell them for the bunnies themselves. And probably to people who know what they're looking for. So that's the plan. Let's see. I'm looking for things that are all in caps. Yes, any income a kid makes is about 10 times. Oh, Practical Modern Homestead, thank you for joining in tonight. Glad you could be here. Diana at Justice Acres, hello. Glad you could be here tonight. Oh, I know. I have a question for you guys. If it's your first time here and your channel name is different than your actual name, would you please tell me your first name? I really try hard to get to know everybody by name and where you're watching from. So if you are a first timer, all the first timers in the house. And Mom H says, can you sell rabbit meat at locals farmers markets? Okay, there's a couple things to do with that. The simple answer would be yes. Rabbit in the state of Missouri is regulated like chicken. One person can sell up to 1,000 meat rabbits per year. From farm to home. So you can do that at farmers markets, but not to stores without having a,
Different license.
yeah. All right. So, and I'm going to come back and say hello to everybody who's new in a second. However, Kevin and Sarah of Living Traditions are established marketers at our local farmers market here in Ava. And one of the main things that they sell is rabbit meat. So I will likely not set up an Ava because I don't want to be in competition with them. I will sell more CSA style. The second thing is in the city of Springfield, the person who regulates all the farmers markets, like the city, so state legally you can sell, but the city food inspector people, they inspect, you know, all the restaurants and everything. I don't know what that person's called. I can't think of what
Inspector?
Yeah, the health inspector. They also regulate the farmers markets, and they're pretty strict about rabbit meat being sold. And if you have like a history of you've been selling it and processing it for a while and all of that, then they do allow some, or they might allow some, but they're not really keen on it. So I will most likely sell to CSAs. So now I'm going to scroll back up and say hello to all the people who are new. And then y'all are quoting one of my favorite movies and I didn't get in on it. All right, let's see. I saw that. All right. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna use my other hand so it's not going over the camera. There we go. Hello, Heather from Southeast Tennessee. So glad to have you watching. Tara and Alan, hi. Huntsville, Alabama, thanks for joining in. Practical Modern Homestead, first time on your live because I should still be at work in Rainier, Washington. Oh, wow, that's a nice area. My brother's in, he is in Redmond, actually. He was somewhere else for a little while, but now he's back in Redmond. Inigo Montoya, prepare to die. Anna, hello. Progressing towards removing your full name, which is really interesting because my channel name did not used to include my name and I added it. I'm switching to using my name. All right, bye Cheryl. I'm really glad to see Willow is doing better. Instead in the Highlands. Laura Holmes. Wait, did I miss you, Laura? Where did I miss that? Oh, hi Laura. Hello. Thank you for watching.
You have another England viewer.
Who's that?
Sue Fisher.
Oh, I'm not down there yet, I guess. Let's see. Bye, Cheryl. Inconceivable.
Garrett, question for you from the audience. What are your plans for February? I guess they mean homesteading wise, because this is a farm channel.
Well, I got some cattle I plan on selling in February. I've bought some steers and then I plan on selling them and trying to make a little bit of money on them.
Hi, Cranky Babushka from Wisconsin and Sue from London. So we have people from all over the place, even internationally. I'm so glad that you guys joined in today. Garrett needs his own channel. What do you think about that? You gonna be a YouTuber?
I might.
He might. He could do it. All right. So I've talked about 2 of the 4 projects, and we're already halfway through this live chat. Bye, Ashley. Thanks for all you do. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Everybody, give a big thank you to all the moderators. You guys are amazing. Okay, so I said I had 4 projects, right? So we talked about the rabbits. Oh, so I guess the rabbits, I counted as 2 because the cages are 1 project, and then the outside was the dog kennel thingy. So that's 2. So that's 3 altogether. So what was my 4th one? Yes, I now have a collection of 75 pallets at my house that were gifted to me, that were brought to me by Miss Bonnie, the amazing Miss Bonnie. And so I need to start working on my garden. So the pallets are going to be my fence. And I'm changing up my garden. I told you guys how I'm gonna I want it to be more aesthetic and enjoy being in it. Jay, there's a source here in Ava for free pallets, so I'll send you a message after the live chat. Let's see. So I don't know how quick I'm gonna get my garden in the ground this year, because number 1, my greenhouse is toast. I have no south-facing windows. I don't have any shop lights set up or anything like that. Your husband won't let you get pallets. Why is that? My husband is pretty good about letting me do what I want. He doesn't stop me most of the time. So I told us, oh yeah, so I don't know when I'm going to get my garden started because I'm focusing mainly on the rabbits. Oh, so the rabbits that I'm going to get them in April. So I've got a while to get the cages built and stuff. What else? I don't know what else I need to talk about tonight. What questions do you guys have? We went through that kind of fast. Did I lose the live chat again? Nope, I just stopped. Any other new animals coming to your place this spring? Oh, no, yes, and yes. Sorry, that totally didn't make sense. Yes, new chicks. Probably we're gonna get Leslie.
Are we gonna get a different breed this year?
Yes, and Leslie wants.
I would actually like Phoenix chickens.
I don't even know about those. I bet they sound expensive.
They're not
Practical
cheap.
Modern Homestead says you don't want geese.
No, no geese. I would be open to some turkeys though.
Clueless Homesteaders, what chicks did you get? What kind? I thought you were gonna say lavender Orpingtons. That's what I was planning on getting.
Why would I want lavender Orpingtons? I mean, they're
I thought
cute.
you asked me for those before.
No, I asked you for Phoenix chickens.
Okay, well we'll look for those. Garrett, it's Garrett, Garrett. And I don't know if he's gonna be the new co-host. He may pop in from time to time. 8 breeds, nice. Layers or meat birds? Which did you get? Clueless Homestead. You have chicks on order, but you can't pick them up for a few more weeks. Yeah, I really need to get my grow out coop built so that I have a place to put them when they get too big for the house. So I want to get, we had brown bovins that we bought from somebody off Facebook, but I think they were older than they told us they were. And the raccoon, the year of the raccoon got most of them. The raccoon family got most of them. They laid the
Along
most
with the guinea hens.
gorgeous, huge, not huge, because they weren't emu eggs like Jake's. They were brown eggs. No, the guineas came from Tamra.
Yeah, but that was also the year that the
Oh,
raccoons
right,
got the
right. The
guineas.
raccoons got the guineas, yeah. Hello, Elizabeth. We were talking about you a little bit earlier.
Or maybe we
let's
could get
see.
a peacock, Mom.
What is the weather like in Missouri now? We're having a snowstorm coming. We are today 60 degrees and raining. It's been rather warm for a few weeks few days, about a week. But it's supposed to be cold, I think Friday, down around freezing.
Flying VS Farms.
So I would like to find some kind of breed that lays really nice big eggs, brown eggs. I would also like some different colored eggs. I loved our they weren't really Americanas, they were Easter eggers.
Americanas is the breed name. Of
No.
Easter.
No, Easter eggers are like the mutt of Americanas, which I didn't know when I got them. I thought they were the same thing. So I would like to get some colored eggs. I would also like some really big brown eggs. Summer do nice brown eggs. I will have to check them out.
I have to agree with Rebecca about the Cornish cross.
What about them?
They are very
You heading out, Garrett?
Those are the ones that we went and when we helped with chicken
I
processing
know what
day.
they are.
And they grow really, really fast because
Yeah,
of
But
genetic mutation.
it also depends on how they're raised and stuff too. Your Delawares lay nice brown eggs, so I will check those out.
The reason I wanted the Phoenix chicken is just because they look cool and they have the really, really long tail feathers.
Yeah, I figured it was something like that.
It wasn't.
Hey,
for any
Jake's in the
practical reason.
house. Or Becky. Jake or Becky. We were just talking about taking a field trip. Actually, Jay was talking about taking a field trip up to see your little baby emu. So, Cranky Babushka, what breed is good for laying to start out with for a newbie? We have, what are they called?
We have barred rocks,
Barred rocks.
which lay really consistently and really
They're
well.
good layers, and they're basically like if you think of the backyard chicken, then you think of the black and white ones. They're sexed at birth because their coloring is different, and they're super tame. They're a great breed to start out with. And
I would say our Buff Orpingtons are also really nice layers as
they
well.
were. They're not as friendly,
No, they are not.
but they weren't mean by any.
No.
No, anything you get from a chick and that you handle regularly is going to be used to being around people. So I would say Barred Rocks are a great breed. If you want white eggs, I forgot the name of them. The Leghorns lay really nice big white eggs.
They do, but that chicken was just dumb as rocks, man.
We had two of them.
Clueless Homesteaders said they played with the emu last weekend.
They did. Fun. Yeah, so Jake said Leghorns, yeah. But I think the Barred Rock would be a great breed to start out with.
Remember, Taffy was a barred rock too, and
she
she
was
was
so
really
sweet.
friendly.
Yeah, and all of our Matildas are really nice.
Yes.
We have all Barred Rock right now, and they're all named Matilda. It makes it easy to tell them apart. Yeah.
There are some that are more friendly and more open to being picked up than others.
Right.
But, yeah.
So that's one new animal. I totally forgot we were back. I totally lost the question. So new animals. So chicks. I want to get some new chicks, different breeds, colored eggs. And then the other thing that's exciting is we have 3 heifers getting ready to come home from the bull. They've been visiting their boyfriend. So hopefully they will be bred heifers when they come home. And then we will have calves in the fall. So that would be really exciting. That's super exciting. What breed would we not recommend for chickens? I don't know that I've had one. What was that? We had a really mean rooster. He wasn't super mean actually, but I guess they just fought with other roosters.
Mean. He
George
was
is
one
great.
from Leela. Was
Oh,
that rooster that was mean. He wasn't ours. We didn't raise him.
Yeah.
Was why.
So our first rooster was our Buff Orpington, and we had one rooster and like 10 or
He's
12
still
hens.
alive.
He
He's
is.
not dead.
He is.
He's just up at grandma's.
Yeah, our Australorps were not super friendly. Yeah, so they he is the best rooster that I have ever seen at taking care of his girls. Like we have my mom has a mulberry tree in her yard, and it was small, and he would jump up and pick the mulberry and drop it on the ground and then call the hens over to eat it. I've never seen a rooster do something like that. I don't know. I don't know that I've had a breed that I wouldn't recommend. Now, what I don't really like about the Barred Rock that we have right now is their eggs are not super big. They're kind of a medium egg, even though on the page from the hatchery where I bought them, they were listed as a large egg layer. They're not. My eggs are, none of them are large. I don't know if that's because they free range. I don't know any of that. But so if you're wanting a large egg, that would be different. And I saw somebody asked about duck eggs.
I saw a comment about me coming to visit somebody's chicken.
Yeah. Right there, you can read that.
Yeah.
Cheer silently while I talk about this. We love duck eggs, actually. And my husband, who cannot have chicken eggs because it affects his gout, can eat duck eggs and without having problems. And I don't know what the difference is. Duck eggs are fantastic for baking. Their yolks are bigger and nice, and they're a really golden color yolk.
They taste the same.
Yeah, they taste like eggs. Eggs taste like eggs. Yeah, so everybody's talking about, sorry guys, their roosters and how they take care of the girls. Like, yeah, so good roosters do that. We had, my mom had a couple of bantam hens. So bantam hens are smaller varieties, and that would sleep in the goat pen with the goats a lot.
The bantam hen was the only hen we've actually had successfully hatch out chicks.
That's true. She was pretty broody. And the reason that we went with buffs in the first place is because Orpingtons in general are a dual purpose bird. So they're a great homesteading bird. So because they are good egg layers, they grow to a nice size for meat, and they also like to free range and are good at that. So we called our first set the Freedom Rangers. Because it was our path to financial freedom, our path to freedom on the homestead, and
Yes,
they're
we've
free ranging.
And all our roosters have been named after Army generals and colonels.
Yeah.
So we have General George and
General George Washington,
Colonel
right?
Sanders.
And Colonel Sanders. And then we had the other one. What do we call him?
I don't know.
He was from the Andy Griffith show. The guy that did the spin-off of Andy Griffith, and he was the goofy guy in the military.
Oh.
I forgot who it was.
I know who it is.
Gomer Pyle, right?
Yeah.
We named him one of the characters from Gomer Pyle. Was the third one.
We named him
Was it Sergeant Piles that we called him, or whatever?
Whatever his
Whatever,
status
yeah.
was.
Anyway, and then I saw Gomer Pyle. Yeah, I saw somebody else asked a question about quail eggs and gout, and the answer is I don't know. I haven't ever eaten quail eggs, and I don't know that we will do quail. It might have been Sergeant Carter. I don't know. We might have just called him Gomer Pyle as a military name. We might not have even called him like Commander or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I don't think we would have called him Sergeant Carter because Carter.
Because I have a daughter, Carter, Leslie's sister.
Yes.
So yeah, so buffs are good for that. If you're looking for a dual purpose bird, they are both meat and egg layers. So mostly we don't eat chicken meat. I do eat the eggs though, and use them in recipes. Chris just doesn't eat the eggs. He'll eat duck eggs if we do it. And here's some really cool stuff about living in a small town. So we have a local restaurant called Harrow Brothers. It's family owned and operated. They're only open breakfast and lunch. It's nice. If you ever come through Ava, we can meet there for breakfast. So Chris and I go, I don't know, maybe once every couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We're there. We're pretty regular people. They know what we like to eat. And Chris likes to get this steak breakfast. But, he always says no eggs on it. Well, then when we got our ducks, he asked them, he's like, if I bring in my own duck eggs, will you guys cook them up for me? So we actually do that. We bring our duck eggs to the restaurant, and they cook them for Chris to have with his breakfast. So that's small town living for you, huh? Yeah, I don't know if you could get that kind of service somewhere in the city. Probably not.
Probably not.
It might be a health code violation.
Yeah. Or, they would sell duck eggs at a fancy restaurant, maybe,
Yeah.
for like really
Right.
expensive.
And here's another small town story. Yesterday, Chris had to get some work done on his car at our local mechanic. And when I took him back at lunchtime to pick it up, they were closed for lunch. But the guy who did the work on it, not the owners or anything, but the guy who did the work on it was in the parking lot. And Chris was like, I have to get back to court. Chris works with probationary services. So he's like, I have to get back to court. Can I take the car now and just come back and pay later? He's like, yeah, keys in it. Go ahead and take it. Well, then last night I'm driving home. And I was talking to Chris, and I said, did you go?" Because he told me he was on his way home. I said, "Did you go pay for your car?" He's like, "Oh no, I forgot to." It's like, oh man. So I went over this morning. And I'm like, "Hey, so sorry, we forgot." So and they're like, "Oh, no big deal. It's fine. We knew you'd be back." So how many of you have a mechanic that would let you just take your car away without paying for it after you had work done on it? You know, so small town life. It's a good deal.
Is
What can be a downside though is so many places don't take credit cards or debit cards. You have to have cash or write a check. And when we went to the movies when we first moved here, we walked in and I didn't realize it, and so it's like, oh no. And they're like, that's okay, just let the girls go in and you can come back with the money. So the girls went in to watch a movie and I went down to an ATM and got money and came back and paid for it.
Yeah.
So.
Since then, the second owners did get a credit card machine,
Yeah.
but then now we're on the third owners and we haven't been since. So, don't know what it's like now.
All right, let's see. I think we might end a little bit early tonight. I think we've about knocked it out. We talked about our plans for our rabbitry. We talked about our plans for my chicken grow out coop. We talked about Garrett. And we talked about
We
what?
did just get a question about the farmers markets. Ava versus Springfield. Springfield is
I have
different. I want to say they're very different.
Well, there's actually 3 or 4 in Springfield, and I've been to most of them. There's one by the mall in Springfield that's kind of small. And
There's one at Farmers Park.
Right, the Farmers Park one is really big. It's also really crowded.
And it
I
has
don't
partially indoor.
care for it much. The Ava one really is great. I've been to the one in Marshfield. I've been to the one in Ozark.
I thought it was better than Ozark. I've been to Ozark one too.
Christy says when she lives in a small town, she used to be able to bring her truck home and pay for it later. Yep, small town living. It's good people. Good people. How close to Mount Vernon, Missouri are you? I'll be there at the end of the month for Brand's rabbit show. Where's Mount Vernon?
That's
Is that
where-
the other side of Springfield?
It's up on the other side of Springfield.
So probably an hour and a half. That's where we went to that coffee shop. That
Was that?
somewhere else.
I thought that was just North Springfield.
It'll be closer to
West.
2 hours.
close to 2 hours. It's about 2 hours from me, Elizabeth.
Mike could do it if you're not working.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Or
pretty
if
far.
you are working up there.
It's pretty far. Yeah, if I happen to be in Springfield in the area, just message me, Elizabeth, and we'll see if there's somewhere we can meet partway. All right. So I think that's about it for tonight. Anybody else have any questions before we sign off? Anything you guys want to talk about? Oh, so I want to give a little plug. I just did a collaboration that came out last Saturday. It's called Dear Younger Me Homestead Edition. We had some really great channels participating. Farm Alarm was in it.
Mama Grows.
Liz Zorab, Almost Homestead, who's here tonight with us. If he still is, I don't know, he was. Don Bois Homestead in Canada. Dirtbatch Heaven, and then a few more channels have joined in. Green Dream Project has done one. Cheryl from Homestead in the Highlands has done one. I think there's a couple more. So make sure that you go check out everybody's video. If you just click over to my channel after this, I've got a playlist set up. I would love for more of you guys to join in. So I would love if you tag people and if you spread it. Anna did one, Mimsy's Garden. Thank you, great. If I don't have it in my playlist yet, I will add it. I might have already. I've been doing a search for it every day to see if there's new videos coming up so that I can keep them in the playlist. It's been really fun seeing what everybody would go back and talk about. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate you putting up that link. So I'd love it if you all check it out. I'd love it if you participate. Thanks. Rebecca's working on one. It's really been fun. It's the first collaboration I think that I really have started. I did one with Living Traditions when they first started their channel, but it didn't really spread. I didn't really know how to do it. So we're hoping that a lot more people will join. Good night, Christy. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy your supper. There are some common themes having to do with money, some common themes having to do with trees.
Wishing they had started homesteading at an earlier point.
Right. Learning from past generations. So there's some common things like that, but then there's also some very different ways, different takes on it.
And some very unique to us as well, such as do not get geese.
Right. So everybody has their unique perspective. So it's been really neat. I'm enjoying them a lot. So thank you for everyone who has made one, and I hope that you will consider making one and adding it to the playlist.
Certainly. I have seen quite a few of these myself, even though I normally don't watch any of the homesteading videos because I live it. I don't watch any of the videos you do, Mom. I'm sorry. I hear you editing them downstairs and I don't need to watch them.
That's pretty true. Yeah, by the time it's out, she's probably heard it 2 or 3 times because they take me a while to edit. All right, good night, everybody. Have a great week.
Night.
New videos come out on Saturdays. If you would, before you head out, hit that thumbs up button. Let YouTube know that you found this video interesting. Be sure and share our channel with your friends.
And if you are new to us, please go ahead and click that subscribe button as well. We would love to see you again and have you see us more in the future.
Look at her. You think she's been doing this her whole life?
Just the past few years.
Yeah. Good night,
To
Tara.
Loretta.
Thanks for joining. Loretta.
Did you tell about what happened in Walmart?
No,
Small
I
town
didn't
living?
tell about that. I was recognized in Walmart.
From the YouTube channel.
He thought my name was Loretta. It's all right. Julie called me Laura Lee, and she knows me in her video, Dirt Patches video. I just have to laugh. And like, there's this one place where I go to work pretty often, and one of the people that's there said, your name's too hard for me. I'm just gonna call you Laura. I'm like, okay. So I answer to it. Loretta, Luella, Lorella, Ella, Relly, Rella. Loretta. It's fine. Chicken Lady. On Sunday, I was walking out of church and I hear behind me, hey, Chicken Lady. And I turn around and she started laughing. She's like, I can't believe you turned around. I'm like, I knew you meant me. Who else would it be? Egg Lady. You guys know Jerry Lewis in his movies, he would be like, hey, lady. So I have this one friend that every time she sees me, she's like, Egg Lady. Because I sell eggs. So, I'll take it. It's all good. Not a farm girl. Farm girl.
Still not quite there yet.
Yep. Lulu. That's a new one. I have not been called Lulu before. But I will take it if that's what you want to call me. Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great night.
We'll see you next time.
The Rooster Crows. Garrett didn't say it with us.